Alright, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakurash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim wa Akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Another video through the Spirit, your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Hey, this one right here is a response, because I saw certain brothers did videos on it first. You know, the head brother out of there of Las Vegas, I believe his name is Karatazaba as well. Salaki, if I'm incorrect. But right here, y'all, it says what? The Hebrew Israelites debunked in 1 minute. And now, what I want to focus on, because, you know, Esau, we're the Israelites, that's without debate. He's basing his counter argument right here off Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And Deuteronomy 28 and 68 is not the only scripture that validates us, all right? And they try to give their little goofy breakdown of it. But y'all, when you come to these comments, you'll see what the so-called white man truly thinks about you, all right? So the way that I'm hitting this video, this has nothing to do with the Bible. This is all about bigotry. Esau, Edom, the average so-called white man is an atheist in the first damn place. They care nothing about God. They care nothing about ordering the world in a way that aligns with biblical values. They care nothing about the heterosexual nuclear family. They care nothing about the biblical diet. They care absolutely nothing that has to do with the scriptures. But if yo black monkey ass thinks you finna rise up, say something, do something, or even think to be in a better position than that they have oppressed us to be in, now they have a problem. And that's what all this hoopla is about. The fact that we believe ourselves to be something greater than what they have taught us in their false John D. Rockefeller set up General Board of Education school system. If we think anything outside of that, they come down on us. All right, all this has to do with is so-called racism and bigotry. So let me let it play, and we're gonna go to the comments, y'all.
You've probably seen those angry street preachers claiming African Americans are the true Israelites, pointing to Deuteronomy 28:68 as their proof. Let's set the record straight. That verse talks about returning to Egypt by ships. After Jerusalem fell in 70 AD, many Jews were literally shipped off to Egypt and sold as slaves. This directly fulfills the prophecy in its historical.
It's not the direct fulfillment of the prophecy in its historical context. All right, after 70 AD, we went all over the damn place, especially where? Africa. All right, and also for a little known fact, y'all, you basically had 70 AD 2.0 happen in around, what was it, 135 under Hadrian, because you still had certain Jews that were in the land. All right, was it the Kaaba rebellion? Or the Kaaba revolt? You had Jake try to basically take the land back and try to get a little bit of payback, and the Romans came and completely smashed us out under Hadrian. All right, wicked. I believe Jake emperor at that point, but wicked, right? So he's completely wrong on this
Context. But here's the thing: the verse also says, "But no one will buy you."
We know the proper breakdown on that, meaning no one will redeem us. All right, use 2% of your brain. How are you going to be made slaves if no one's going to buy you? All right, the word there, redeem, going back to the law of the redeemer, kinsman, right? Your brethren could physically purchase you out of servitude. Well, that didn't happen to us. We stayed in servitude. That doesn't mean that nobody would buy us as slaves, although we're going to be slaves. Use your fucking head.
During the transatlantic slave trade, enslaved Africans were in high demand. They were bought and sold extensively. This fact doesn't line up with the prophecy at all. Plus, Deuteronomy 28 lists numerous curses for disobedience, cherry-picking one verse while ignoring the rest.
And all of those curses we fit.
Deuteronomy 28 is a surefire way to misinterpret the text. So, while these groups accuse others of being fake Jews, they're really just cosplaying as Jews themselves. Plus, according to the Apostle Paul, under the New Covenant, a true Jew is one who is inwardly a Jew, whose circumcision is by the Spirit. You've probably seen those.
So you can hear from the sound of his voice, he's just a weak white boy, straight up. Now, first, immediately, take a look at the imagery. Immediately, the little drawings, they're making fun of you. They're making fun of brothers out there preaching. And it looks like, what's on his shirt there? It's hard to tell. Is it Yahweh Shai written right there? I think it is. So he's making fun of the name, right? I'm just playing it without volume. The little meme pictures, right? Let's see. Let me get that next one. Let me let y'all see that next, because I'm looking at it. I was like, yeah, they're just a bunch of fucking asshole devils per usual. Look at that, right? The typical African, face paint, right? Dirty. You see how they look at you, y'all? You see how they look at us? Boo-hoo, weepy nigga. Boo-hoo. Y'all, am I the only one seeing this? I'm sorry, y'all. You know what? Let me go back to this real quick. Let me get this real quick. Ezekiel 35. How do Edomites look at us? They don't. The so-called white man has a very negative view of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And they've had it since a very long time. Why? Because we're the Israelites and they're the Edomites. I'm just starting right at it. Verse 5. Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. So immediately you learn that they've had a perpetual hatred, ongoing, non-ending, right? Continual. Even in the drawings, they make fun of us. They make light of our suffering, of our oppression. Y'all ain't the Israelites just because y'all went into slavery. Then they try to throw out that, how come you Christians can't even agree on Deuteronomy 28 and 6-8, the breakdown of it? All of y'all have said all different kinds of things. All right. So now, let's go to the fucking comments, y'all. And here, obviously, you're going to have some coons mixed in. I'm black, and I've never understood the Hebrew Israelites. It just seems like fan fiction. Good, you marked yourself. Now the Lord knows who to take out more. Good. So right here, let's look at one of these comments. They are walking contradictions. Cleopatra was black. Now, the famous Cleopatra, she was actually Edomite, right? The Edomites who moved in and took over. We was Vikings. We was, W-U-Z, a derogatory slang term that Edomites will use against us. Everybody knows that, right? We was kings and queens. See how they make fun of you. And now, coincidentally, we were the Vikings. Elder Malcolm has been all over that topic. Y'all need to address those old books of drawings of Negroes in Europe dressed up with Viking clothes on, with so-called European armor on, the artifacts, the statues, the testimonies, right? Men like what was it? Black Henry, they called him Black Boy, right? Literally, Bluetooth. King James himself was a dark-skinned man. We're not making any of this up. Y'all are simply mad that your ancestors are a bunch of liars. And when we bring that fact to you that, hey, we've done more than swing through the trees of Africa. We've been in different parts of the world and also play an integral part in history. Well, no, y'all didn't. We was Egyptians. We was Israelites. We was natives of America, which Jake is... We was never slaves. We are the real Jews. So he's just making fun of us right there. Another one. Don't forget that they were the original Vikings. Yeah, hey, Elder Malcolm got them mad on that one. Hey, because that's the first person I heard, well, I won't say the first, but bringing that out heavily to the forefront. Obviously the apostles, right? The Elder Malcolm out of Chicago, hey, Shalom. He has, famous videos on that. So Esau's butthurt on that one. Right here. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, this one right here. Perfect. Thank you very much. They literally claim everything but jobs. Wait a minute. That's a racist. Are Christians allowed to be racist? Are white Christians allowed to make fun of people's historical background, considering they've been impoverished and oppressed? And you go to the comments and what do you see? Absolute banger. This is gold. People laughing. Look at it. Who is this? Viola 24. Look like a white dyke. This is gold. But somebody actually called him out. You're not a Christian. Yeah, because a statement like that is very, to say something like that. Look at that, right? Hey, he's getting on their ass. 6 Blondie. Racism is strictly forbidden. You guys will be the ones Jesus doesn't know and tell you to move yourselves away from him on that day. Ooh, one of their own called him out, because that's true. Here it is. You Christians, you'll be so gung-ho to disprove we're the Israelites that you'll forget to turn off your racism button, and so you'll start letting that out at the same time. We was Cains, didn't do nothings. He was innocent. Y'all start hitting us with those terms. We're like, hey, wait a minute. Aren't you a Christian? Doesn't Jesus preach all love? Well, how come you don't show us love? Okay, hey, let's say we're wrong, right? Which we're not. We know they're the Israelites. Hypothetical. Does that give y'all the green light to throw racist, belittling, demeaning remarks at us? Somebody drops Galatians 3:28, which is what? Neither Jew nor Greek, right? Free nor slave nor bond. So you see right here, Viola responded laughy emoji, right? So they're making fun of you and laughing at you. Let me see. Ooh, look, okay. It's an embarrassing pseudo-religious LARP session, but it's still mightily entertaining to behold at large. That's right. So this person, they've watched enough to be familiar with the phrase that's right, right? Something that brothers will commonly say after somebody makes a good statement or brings out a pertinent scripture, right? Making fun of our culture. Calling us pseudo-religious. The Catholic Roman Church is pseudo-religious, bitch. The Christian church is pseudo-religious. Matter of fact, y'all are sacrilegious. Y'all don't even believe in the true proper image of the Lord. You believe he is a white man, which is sacrilegious, and pseudo, meaning what? False. But like he said, I find it entertaining to behold at large. So our pain and suffering is entertaining to them. Another one, they'll claim everything except a job. Once again, let's see. They do an amazing job of enforcing the stereotypes. So us going out there and preaching, that justifies how you look at us and how you treat us. Hey, like I said, y'all, I'm focusing on the comments. You get to see the mind of the devil. So we're gonna go to the Psalms. One of my let me go to, not this one, let me double check something. Okay, yeah, I'll go to the one in 73. I grab it a lot, but it fits really well for this situation. Psalm 73 and what? Boom. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. Just starting straight at it. You know, y'all should be familiar with this chapter, right? They're not in trouble as other men, right? You start up, pride compasseth them about as a garment. And we see that with Esau. He has oppressed us, he's done wickedness to us, and he just wants us basically to shut up about it not to highlight his deeds, just to be okay with being at the bottom, to belittle and to demean us, right? Kicking us while we're down, kicking the dog while he's down, as the phrase goes. They're not Christians. They're not loving. They're not, the fruits of the Spirit. None of that shit. All right. And vocab is, this is not coming from a place of sincerity. They don't care about our souls burning and damnation. They hate your monkey. They hate your black, brown, middle brown, high yellow self, or whatever shade or varying degree you come in. So you look at another one, that's right, making fun of you. And this guy's just a liar. The best part is the actual Jews, Israelis, have been polite and accommodating to them when they have traveled to Israel, and yet they pick fights with them in their own homeland. This dude, you go tell that to the Negroes over there being forced into the military and still can't get citizenship, right? Served 10, 20, 15, 20 years, lost limbs, still can't receive citizenship out there in Dimona, that they have them living next to, if I remember correctly, the remnants of a nuclear waste plant. No, they're not accommodating of us. We get treated like shit over there. Why? Because they're pseudo false Israelites, and they don't even like being bothered with us. That dude he don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. They treat us like absolute shit. Let me just keep going, man. Because you got niggas, all kinds of coons. I'm black and I don't believe them. Right. Right here, the original Egyptians were not even black. Y'all are wrong on that. Purely wrong. So that goes to show you they don't know their history. They're completely unaware of the Ptolemaic dynasty, the Edomite Greeks under Alexander's reign, who set up and took over Egypt. The original Egyptians were dark-skinned human beings, Hamites, not Israelites, but Hamites. But once again, they're racist and bigoted. So in their minds, no dark-skinned people, not even Hamites or anybody dark-skinned, not Japhites, nobody is capable of doing anything great throughout time or history. Not just us, the Negroes. If you don't share their complexion, they don't think anything of you. Y'all, their very words, their comments give them away. And all these things, let me get that in Matthew. This is going to be required. Them little comments, that's all going to be required in judgment. They go, what did I do? Didn't you leave that comment? They could find everything except jobs. Well, no, I didn't mean it like, boom. Destroyed. All right, Matthew 12 and 36 through 37. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. And these mother effers are going to find themselves condemned. We was what? Well, you already know the phrase, we was king. So he's making fun of us. They're not using any scriptures to validate. They're not pulling up maybe some sort of arc. They're not quoting some sort of scholar. They're just literally throwing out bigoted slang specifically to hurt our feelings and to make us feel lesser than and less capable. That's all I'm doing with this video, y'all. I'm just letting you see the so-called white man's true image. See, when you go to work with them, they have to, dress up, call you by your name, right? When you go to the store, they'll hold the door for you. But when they're home alone, this is what they think in their mind. When they're walking past you, this is how they actually think and feel. They just can't be like that in public because they risk jail or getting their fucking face stomped in by us. All right? Let me see. First time instruction, they offer themselves. They still come up with that weak one. There's one at my work. The dude said I'm going to hell because I'm white. Oh, well, that's a simple Jake. He doesn't know the full truth. They're just evil and full of hate, and it's really something else. All heresies bring you away from love. Blah, 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 blah. Most ridiculous we-wuzzery. Wow, that's a new word. We-wuzzery. Yeah, so y'all see what this is, man. we was Israelites and shit. See, you march yourself, running your mouth. Hate that they're called Hebrew Israelites because Jews and Hebrews are the same people. This just makes it confusing. No, you just don't know scripture. There are several kinds of Hebrews, all right? The same way that there's several kinds of Shem. Now, Hebrews, Edom is a descendant of Hebrew because he's a brother of Jacob, right? Lot was Abraham's nephew. Who did Lot go on to produce? The Moabites, right? So the term Hebrew Israelites is a very valid term because it zeroes in on a very specific people. You could just say Israelites, all right? But the term Hebrews just in and of itself, it's not fully precise. So we're allowed to use the term. So once again, people speaking and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But since they're white, what they say holds more weight than us. It says, lo, the animation is too good. Yahweh Shai, all the weird fake Hebrew they always use is ridiculous. Oh yeah, so you're through. Yeah, that was Yahweh Shai written down there. I was right. Yeah, so yeah, you're through. He's destined. He has a destined death. So you made fun of our Lord himself. So you'll meet him, Lord willing. And what we use proper Hebrew. The characters in the modern Assyrian is not the ancient Hebrew that the Israelites originally used, and the pronunciations that they used, that the Israeli used today, is that Yiddish, that's Slavic, Germanic mix of languages, right? Using a Assyrian Hebrew script. And they'll tell you that self-admittedly. But once again, another person not qualified to speak against us. And here it is, y'all. These motherfuckers went to public schools drinking strawberry milk, eating that half-cooked fucking box pizza, born out of a fucking defiled womb, and you got the nerve to be talking to us, have absolutely no, not on any scholarly level, but you got on this internet and got to run in your mouth. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going to get all you mother effers together. Okay, somebody put something true right here. No one will buy you actually means no one will redeem you, right? And you see that one didn't get any responses because they don't know what that means. Yeah, man, this is just a fucking blood pressure motivator. By that I mean videos like this, little clips like that, to just get your blood pressure up. These comments. Oh my God, another one. That's right, making fun of us. Okay, hold on to that. When this judgment comes, y'all, hold on to it. The blackest in the Torah is Moses' wife. See, so they believe, so Moses was a white guy who got with a fucking Ethiopian woman. But hey, I just did that video the other day. They actually believe that, y'all. They actually believe Moses was an old white man who got with a young, black as a berry black woman. Ah, yes, the Power Rangers, I call them. That's right. So they're making fun of us. Y'all, hey, Esau, he comes from a place of pure hatred. Not out of edification, not because he actually cares about the Bible or none of that. This has nothing to do. If we rose up and said that we're the true Atlanteans from Atlantis, we have proof, we have the book of it, they would come down, y'all ain't the Atlanteans. Meanwhile, Atlantis doesn't exist. Do y'all get what I'm saying? They just don't want us to be anything other than being in the broken state that they have forcibly put us in. That's the core of the issue. When we rise up and have any mentionings of coming to any sort of organization and being in our right minds, that's what they have a problem with. They don't the white man does not give a damn about the Bible. The proof of that is his civilization. So they can take that shit and fucking shove it, man. So I'm gonna end it with this one. Philippians 1:16. It says, to the one The one preached Mashiach of contention, not sincerely, supposing to add affliction to my bonds, but the other of love, knowing that I'm set for the defense of the gospel. So right there, they preach Mashiach of contention, not sincerely. They are not sincere in their critique of us or their counter arguments. They simply try to hurry up and think of shit to try to confound us, rather than actually taking a look back and saying, damn, where all these paintings come from? What was going on in the Dark Ages? Damn, why did our ancestors lie, manipulate, and rearrange history? Damn, these people, their physical phenotype does mention, damn, they do have woolly hair. They do have dark skin. Even Northern Kingdom, right? You go to Hosea, a cake not turned, right? Because Northern Kingdom tends to be a little bit lighter skinned. Damn, they do match up a lot of these qualifications. Damn, a lot of them don't know their dads, like it says in Deuteronomy. Damn, a lot of they women can't grow their natural hair and are out of shape, like it says in Isaiah 3. Damn, right? They don't deal with none of the evidence. Why? Because they're not sincere. So fuck them. All right, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim. Kakodash to honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, peace, blessings, salutations to all elect Akim Akwath, learning and teaching truth and sincerity. Shalom, y'all.